Okay, let me pull up the
Yeah,
questions real quick.
the questions.
We can talk more about the horse thing later.
Oh
That's more
yeah.
like a yeah. The tailwind is like whatever you want to talk about, dude. But also,
Oh yeah.
I got some questions here just in general.
I was like, bro, if you have me talk about whatever I want, I'm gonna be fucking ranting about stupid shit for like 3 hours.
Honestly, I had it's not an issue, right? But I had the same thing with Charlie, where I
I
was
saw,
like,
yeah.
she went on for like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh no, I have more questions.
I was
We
like,
gotta
it's
get
literally
through
a
it.
it was like a 20-minute segment of Charlie just talking about her OCs and like designing a fantasy world and all that. And I was like, damn, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, like, she has a lot to say about it.
No, I've been listening to your interview, or I was listening to your interviews while playing Subnautica in the background.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think the fucking dude, the one that cracked me up was the fucking Ibby one, where it was like the fucking flower on the top of her head is like a parasite. And I'm like, what the fuck? I never knew that.
Me neither, dude. That shit's kind of wild. That shit's kind of wild. But it's interesting. It's interesting. All right.
Real.
Real quick, do you want to give yourself an introduction and do you have a channel that you want to plug?
I guess not really, to be honest. I mean, I got all my socials go by Blondie B. Discord, I go by Zed. I mean, I have a YouTube account, but I've uploaded one video of my the winning run on 1620 of Finance at Uma Musume. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I'll upload more stuff on there. Probably once I kill the mode once and for all. Yo, you don't even know what that means, do you? I guess for context, it's from a geometry dash where killing a challenge is basically beating it 3 times in a row.
Oh,
So yeah, that's what killing a mode. I think it's from some insane geometry dash level, and it was like, what was it? It was like basically like the hardest thing in the game, like a fan made game mode or whatever. And some dude beat it 3 times in a row, and it was like holy shit, you know. He's like, I forget what it was like. Something is dead is the title of it, but yeah, that's where it comes from.
I'm not gonna lie, that goes kind of
So,
hard.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the plan. If I can't be the first to beat it, I'll be the first to kill it. So
All
that is
right,
the
buddy.
grind. What
Uh,
do you mean? What?
I don't know, man. There's just such determination in this, and I'm just like,
Of
damn,
course.
I want to kill these fucking horse. Christ. All right, first question. What
Mm-hmm.
style of character do you usually gravitate towards playing?
Towards playing. That's a I'd say probably a character that's very mechanically demanding in a unique way, right?
Yeah.
So like not so much like your Cassidy's or your Ashes or anything like that. Probably something more the lines of like Doomfist or very cooldown focused characters. I'd say is more accurate. No, I'd say that's probably the best way to put it. More unique, I guess, mechanical skill expression as opposed to just raw aiming and stuff like that. So again, so think of like stuff like your Doomfist and Overwatch, stuff like what's his name, Vora and Paladins, where it's a lot less like, raw aim. Because like especially with like Vora and Doomfist, is like their abilities have such large AOE's, but it's like how you use them. Like the text that you use, like in I guess like a slight side tangent, but in Paladins there was an old exploit you could do where if you aimed at the ground, like if you fired your whip, because it basically worked like a tether almost, like a kind of thing like Sierra's drone, where like you aim it and like you pulls you toward it. But what you could do is you could aim at the ground and then quickly flick up towards like a super far away wall, and it would register the grapple connecting, but you'd get like an absurd amount of extra distance that you normally would be able to. So stuff like that is just super cool. Like a lot of like I don't even really want to say movement stuff, but it's like stuff that like only that character can do, and it's like unique to even like unique like in the genre. I guess is kind of the best way to put it. Like oddball characters maybe.
Yeah, because I was about to say, even with like old Doomfist, like you really had to
Hmm.
know map geometry.
No, like if you it's like the phrase like I forgot what was the phrase. There was a tech you could do where like the most popular one was on Dorado's window on the first point on that archway where if you like tried to slam through it, your character would get stuck, but you'd still be doing the targeted slam, and eventually it would just drop you straight down, and you get a max damage slam. There's generally I don't think there's a single other character in any game that has something even relatively close to that. You
No.
know, like that's like stuff like that is just super cool in my opinion.
If you could join any career immediately, what would it be?
Any career, and have the skill set for it, or just like be in the career.
I mean, I guess have like the basic skills for it. Like you'd still have to grow, you'd still have to improve, but like you'd have your foot in the door.
Dude, as much as I want to say game design or like art design, I can't, because like you need such like in-depth knowledge about like, like color for art specifically. It's like color theory and like, how like a certain art style is made, like what's the context of what you're making. You need so much more context than even just a surface or intermediate level of a need.
Mhm.
But like honestly, like it's just enter and like either with like my skill set and then like what's the word, like maybe like a baseline understanding, probably like some sort of like not QA but like balancing, like actual like chewing into the numbers and really like theory crafting as to what it's going to do to the game,
Mhm.
That I think would be really cool, because I have a lot of fun of like spitballing ideas and like making my own like balanced concepts and like my own characters, and like, oh, if I make this number this, then this interacts with this, and then that causes this cool interaction, but oh, this causes this to be an issue, so if I change it this way, then now then it all kind of equals out. But like, oh, but if I do this, then that affects this, and then this combo becomes broken, so we got to do this to fix it, that sort of deal. It's all like, it's really cool, like having a web of how everything connects, and like fine tuning one number and seeing how that affects like three different issues. Where it's like, yeah, like spaghetti code is like really annoying for a lot of people, but I think it's really interesting when it's like less so spaghetti code. I guess that might be the right word, but like how a lot of stuff is interconnected. Like if you remember, what's the word? Back when the goats meta, I'm ranting again.
Wait.
Real quick side tangent. But back in the goats meta of Overwatch, the reason it evolved like 4 times, because originally it was just raw healing with Moira, but then anti-nade with Ana was really good, so that became the meta. But then Zen Discord would allow you to break through the extra healing, so Zen became meta, right?
Mhm.
So like it's really cool how it's like even when you slightly change a number, like when you make Zen do like slightly more damage with Discord, that means, oh, suddenly he's much better against these high healing compositions, And whether that's intentional or not is, the cool thing. That's just me. But I keep rambling a bit.
I noticed you have a lot of passion for like the intricacies of games.
No, because it's like, dude, oh my god, I could literally go into like a 4-hour rant about all the stupid fucking balancing decisions all the games I play make. But like, I'm not going to, because it's going to take way too long. But yeah.
Also, like, I was gonna say this like job question. It sounds like you're just trying to manifest like your rage towards game balance.
Dude, it literally is. It's like, and the thing is, it's like, I literally, so many times, I've like looked at the balance patch, I'm like, why the fuck are they making this decision? And then I'm like fucking ranting to myself, or I'm fucking watching a video of someone going over, I'm like, that's such a stupid fucking decision, why don't they just do this? And then like 3 months later, after they've already gutted the character into the ground, then they make the change, and I'm like, oh, no fucking shit, it's a good idea, huh? It's like, fucking hell.
Yeah, game balances. I swear to God, I feel like gaming companies intentionally over or underbalance somebody. That way they have something to like fix later. That way the game's constantly changing or something.
Overwatch admitted to doing that. So Overwatch Balance
they
literally admitted to intentionally like underpowering a character. Like more recently, I think it was around Life Weaver they started doing it, where they intentionally start undertuning characters so that way they can buff them afterwards. Because like all bastards. Literally, think of all the other characters like before that. We got Mauga, literally like basically hard meta when he released, like to the point where some dude literally left a comp game, bought the battle pass just to get Mauga, and then won the game off of that. Like that was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in that game, bro. Like holy shit. And then, I mean, look at what Sojourn was fucking running the game for God knows how many years. Kiriko, Junker Queen was not good when she dropped, but she became really strong after a couple buffs, But like that's the thing, where it's like they literally admitted that like, yeah, now they're like undertuning characters and then buffing them after release. So, but
that's just some straight fuckery.
Right, and it's like it's literally them admitting, yeah, we can't balance a character properly, so we're gonna intentionally make them weak and then buff them afterwards. Like that's just like, all right, I guess.
I like the
At least
idea
they
of
admitted
just
it.
like in ranked allowing you to ban certain characters or banning some for the season. I feel like that's a
Yes, dude, that's
better way to go
dude.
about it.
Oh, dude, I miss the fucking season bans that they used to do in Overwatch 1, where like for a season, like certain characters were banned. Oh my god, that was so much better. Like when like for one part of like for like one season or whatever, they would ban like Diva and like Ash Cassidy and like Ana so that you can't play like poke and like you had to play like hard brawl. Like, oh my god, that was such a good fucking time. I miss
Yeah.
that so much. Ugh.
All right.
Good times, good
Speaking
times.
of rambling, is there any topic you'd like to make a video essay on?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. There's a couple. I mean, outside of the obvious, like, dog shit fucking balancing that behavior has for behavior interactive Dead by Daylight. Dude, I think I would want to make, I want to sit down and research the protagonist of certain games, like Neptunia especially, or like, or even just characters that are, like, beloved by the community, but, like, are just, like, objectively shitty protagonists. Stuff like that. You know, like beloved characters that have no reason to be beloved, I guess would be a good way to put it. Yeah, that,
But,
that would be like
character analysis or
maybe not so much character analysis, but like kind of like God, what was it? Like those old YouTube video essays where it was like X character is secretly evil, or you know this character is not as good as they actually are, or like when people go back and watch old TV shows and like they analyze them more thoroughly, right? Like stuff like that is like always fascinated me. Where it's like, especially I've been watching a lot of Steven Universe stuff, like not so much video essays, but like recaps of the show and like people reacting to it, and it's like so cool watching like stuff from like 3 years later be referenced in like the beginning of the show, you know, and then of course also like having characters realize, hey, you know, like in the later seasons, like hey, in like the original seasons, like you know these characters weren't that good, right, of good people.
yeah.
So I don't know, that's I guess kind of like off topic in that sense, but. Yeah, no, going back and like analyzing like old media, you know, like whether they be like an old game franchise or like characters that are like beloved by the fan base because like they grew up with these characters, and actually going back and going, hey, maybe these characters aren't actually that well written and like good characters, you know, that'd be a really cool thing to do in my opinion. But the main concept for that was like Neptune from Neptunia, but I fucking hate that character. But that's another rant for another time.
Or like I mentioned this to Charlie, I feel like you and Charlie would be really good at making those kind of like either analysis videos or the rant videos.
I did see that from the last interview, and I don't know. I think because I don't really like tend to formulate my thoughts very well. If you can't tell, but I tend to just like rant as opposed to actually you know, sit down and like visualize my thoughts. I'm a very very ranty person, very impulsive person, I guess, when it not so much like when it comes to actions, but like talking about stuff, you know, like sharing my thoughts. I'm very impulsive as opposed to like gathering my thoughts and then making them into a coherent story. So maybe might be a good avenue to go down.
Yeah, like try it once, or I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, video editing takes so much time.
Oh god, no, that's what I kind of been doing with the because I've been like typing out like game reviews for what's the word, like FNAF fan games and such.
Oh my god, you
like,
do that.
That's what I've been doing. That's what I did with that Fredbear game and fucking Find That to Treasure Island, where it was like Fredbear game is such a good fucking game, and I like it's really nice being able to like go through and like really like just sink my teeth into why this game works so well. And then I play Find That to Treasure Island. I'm like, holy shit, this game really shows its age, and it's still a fucking awful game to play.
They're remaking
like,
it though.
Yes, I really hope they fix like the main fucking issue is like I'm not gonna go into another rant. Like that's gonna be another fucking 10-minute rant about that dog shit game.
Okay, I do think like if you did like 3 analyses and then put into like one more short and concise like video essay thing, that would go hard. That would go really hard.
Yeah, dude, like a good, a bad, and the ugly of FNAF fan game rants. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking cool. Actually,
put that on the to-do list. Put that on the bucket list.
Yeah, I'll put it on the bucket list. The bucket that's full in the corner of the room.
All right. What's the strongest animal you could take in a fight?
Like, are we talking like street rules, or are we talking like it's an organized boxing match?
Nah, street rules.
Street rules is okay. If I say a shark, is the shark on land or am I in the water?
I would say like you're up to your waist in water.
Ooh, dude, I could beat an alligator in wastewater.
You think you could beat an alligator?
I could beat an alligator if I'm only waist deep. it'd be really fucking hard, but I could beat an alligator, I think.
Okay, what's the plan here?
Okay, so obviously it's very fast in the water, right?
Yeah.
So we want to like kind of like stay back, and when it makes a move, you like fucking backdash and then like whip around and grab it from the back. Like you ever see that video of Steve Irwin like grabbing the fucking alligator by the neck?
I guess, but it's so damn hard to move in water.
No, it is, but like that's why you gotta wait for him to move first. So it's like you can like make a specific action, you know?
I hope one of these days I get the opportunity to saw trap you in like a swamp with an alligator.
It's like, all right, beat his ass.
When
I come out with a new set of boots, you're gonna be laughing then.
Okay.
Look, you know.
How do you enjoy consuming media?
I LARP. I don't watch the show. I get all my information from TikToks, and I pretend I know what I'm talking about on Twitter.
That's how I feel about The Boys.
Dude, oh my god, fucking The Boys is such a funny show to like LARP because it's so fucking it's so funny. It's so funny seeing people like talk about the show and not know what the fuck they're talking about, and then people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about? That was literally in this episode." And it's like, nope. Homelander, what is it? It was like Homelander's a fucking milk fiend, and he's a bad character, and he's a fucking Sigma male, fucking American, whatever.
Also, like, there's so many clippable things you can get from it.
Yes, dude, the clips are so fucking funny. The fucking one where he's on, he's like, "I'll fucking suck your dick." It's so funny, dude. Oh my god.
Or Soldier Boy waking up being like, "What is this shit? Is this an incest thing?"
Yes.
What? No.
Oh my god. It's like, what? No. Fucking funny. No, but in all seriousness, in terms of like what the type of media I consume, honestly, it is a lot of what's the word? I used to watch a lot of like Let's Plays of like mostly like not so much visual novels, but more like story focused games, you know? Whereas that used to be my main way, but now I kind of like I do try and play the games that I like watch and such. Like Subnautica's a big one. Like I typically the life cycle for me like consuming media is I watch it on like YouTube or TikTok. I think it looks cool. I end up like looking into it more. I watch a couple more videos, and then I like play the game if I like am really interested, right? Mm-hmm. And then from there I just from there I branch out into like fandom spaces, fan art, all that sort of deal. But yeah, typically it starts like introduced to something through YouTube or TikTok, then I look into it. If it looks cool, then I actually sit down and play it. Because I don't want to because I don't like just jumping into stuff randomly, So, and if I do, then it usually doesn't end well. But, it is what it is.
Yeah. You do the thing where you're like, oh, if I was in this game, what moveset would I have?
Is there a specific game you had in mind, or just like, one am I choosing?
No, just in general. Like, is that the thing you do?
That's what I do. That no. Like at most, I'll make like an OC character. But even then, I'm more interested in like making a story unrelated to myself, And of course, I'll put like parallels to maybe myself or other people in it. But it's like, it's not so much me in the series. It's like me making a story in the series or about the series. I think is much cooler. Because especially for franchises with very little like serious story, like Neptunia or I'd say even like Overwatch or FNAF, where it's like their stories aren't really like coherent, right? Or maybe they don't take themselves too seriously. Like I think it's really cool, like actually having like a concrete like story, like an arc and such. That's what I find really cool.
Who were you in school, and how have you changed?
This is a fun question. Not a good person, frankly.
Hey, not me too, bro. Hey.
Yeah. No, dude, I was a fucking not even like just a bad person. Dude, I was a fucking piece of shit, dude. Oh my god. Fucking rate. Like I wouldn't say I've gone so far as to like physically. Oh, I did assault one guy. I did assault one kid. But in my defense, he started it. So okay, for a slight story moment. I had very I guess I still kind of do, but like I had awful anger management issues as a kid, and for like most of my life, honestly. Thankfully, I've gotten much better at like keeping that in check and like living, coming to terms with it, and like the whole like using it for better reasons and like managing it better. But oh my, when I was a kid, I was a bad fucking kid, and there was a point, and of course, growing up autistic is not, it just adds on to that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So there was a time where I forget the context, but I think we're outside the art, like an art class in like middle school, and it's fucking funny looking back on it. It was this like skinny black kid who was talking shit to me, right? I forget what he said. I don't know if he called me like a retard or something. But something happened and he just wouldn't leave me the hell alone, and I got pissed off and I choked the kid out against the wall.
Sweet.
And hey, I didn't get bullied a single time after that.
Yeah, honestly,
But
I'm
yeah.
a believer that sometimes violence is the right solution. Not
Oh
always,
no,
but
100%.
sometimes,
100.
yeah.
Yeah, like violence solves issues that like no other solution does. And it sucks, but like it's just, a last resort. Not sort of last resort sort of deal, but like sometimes it's got to happen.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, but no, I was a bad fucking kid when I was younger. But I mean, I would say like awful shit, fucking slur usage. I hung around like bad people, not bad people, but like not good people.
Mhm.
But then again, you also keep in mind that like, yeah, we were like preteens, like early teenagers, even like mid-teens, 15, 16. But it's like at some point, you got to realize like, yeah, maybe like sometimes you do got to grow up. And for me, that unfortunately happened a lot later in life than I think it should have. Closer to that 18, 19 range. But, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not happy about my past, and I don't necessarily like cringe when I really think about it, because I mean, I was a kid effectively, right? But it's like, yeah, like it probably did take a bit longer than it should have.
I mean, yeah, I think if I
Mhm.
asked this question to Charlie or Irby, they also would have had
Mhm.
the same thought of like, yeah, wasn't that good, grew up, became better.
Mhm.
And I think that's just in general, like, that's a good sign.
Mhm. Well, that's reassuring to know I wasn't the only racist.
I didn't say I was racist. What the fuck? I didn't say
No,
that.
it's no, it's just yeah, it's just sort of what's the word? Like associated with people who said, racist, homophobic shit. Back oh, you didn't know Brock, did you?
I hear about Brock.
Oh, that's a fucking story for another time. Yeah, that's a wow. Yeah, I need to tell you that story sometime, but
Okay,
yeah.
well,
That
I'll
is a
ask
big
about
part
that
of it.
later.
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you have any legitimately controversial takes that would make me consider cutting this portion out?
Oh god. Oh my god. Okay, do you want like an actual like this might get taken off YouTube take, or you want like a take that's like unpopular but like makes sense?
Honestly, if you're down for it, like, yeah, a take that could get me taken off YouTube, but keep in mind that like, you probably don't want to say anything that could get traced back to you as a person.
Right.
But yeah, anything that would.
I'll put it in two parts. Whereas like the first thing I'll say is like I don't think people's opinions towards other people should matter unless you are directly involved with them. Like the obvious one is, with being queer. It's like okay, like you're gay. Like who the fuck legitimately who fucking cares? And not saying in the sense of like it doesn't matter, but it's like in the sense of like if you don't like someone being queer, legitimately what does your opinion matter in their life whatsoever? And what like legitimately it doesn't matter,
Mhm.
And like I think more people should be comfortable just legitimately like not so much ignoring people, but telling people that they legitimately don't fucking matter in their life. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
that's the more like tame one, where it's like,
Yeah, it's pretty
who the fuck,
lukewarm.
it's like even in like more like a mundane shit, like like people's like favorite food or like their like taste preferences or like the type of car they drive, like who the fuck cares what if this guy is driving an old beat up Ford F-150 with the fucking trailer taken off and it's basically just a shell, and it's ugly and it's like bright neon, yellow like a fucking banana, and it's ugly. It's like, yeah, I'll say it's an ugly fucking car, but my opinion doesn't matter. Yeah, I think the car's an ugly fucking stupid piece of shit, and I hate trucks. But it's like, my opinion doesn't matter to the guy driving the fucking car. Maybe he likes it, and who cares? That's great, good for him. I just don't fucking like it, and I know my opinion doesn't matter. So that's the
Okay,
more lukewarm one.
wait, hear me out though. Apparently in
Yeah.
Brazil they have things called sweet pizza.
Mhm.
I don't know whoever thought or came up with this, but like, this feels wrong. This feels like a genuine sin against humanity.
Right, and like it's probably I don't know what it is, but it's probably the stupidest fucking thing ever conceived. And by the way you're describing it, but it's like what does me not liking it matter? You know, I'm not gonna go to Twitter and go, who the fuck made sweet pizza? They should
No, I will.
kill themselves. Right?
Twitter and
I'm not saying you will, but there's people that will. There's people that will go like, oh, this is fucking disgusting. How can anyone like this piece of shit? Right? And like verbally like give their opinion and expect people to agree with them. And think, oh, you're not real if you like this. It's like, who the fuck cares? Who cares? Let people like shit. Let people not like shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, as long as you're not, harassing other people, and as long as it's not hurting people, who the fuck cares? Legitimately. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's the more controversial take?
Dude, okay, you probably are gonna want to cut this out of the fucking YouTube video, but...
Alright, that was a fun conversation. I probably am gonna cut this out of precaution.
I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, if this gets posted to YouTube, like, fucking 3 years from now, I'm gonna be crucified in the middle of Times Square.
But you know what? I'm gonna leave Charlie and Ibby wondering what we were talking about. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, that was one hell of a conversation.
One hell of a conversation. As a Hispanic, wait, you're Hispanic, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As a Hispanic, do you ever feel out of place not being able to speak Spanish?
No, because I'm white, like visually white. Because the thing, okay, I guess to put it more like accurately, I didn't really grow up in a Mexican household or Hispanic household. Because I grew up in like the white family, right? We were a white family. We lived in the fucking suburbs with white people, who all spoke English, and like, yeah, my mom's side is like Mexican, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like we never, they weren't really a part of our lives like most Mexican families are, right? So like our grandparents didn't live with us, right? So we weren't really exposed to Spanish that much, right? And even all my aunts and uncles spoke mostly English. So it wasn't even the sense like, oh, we went to go visit family, they were all speaking Spanish and we picked it up from there. No, it was pretty much all English our entire life. Outside of course, when the fucking adults wanted to talk to each other without us knowing, right? They had to speak in Spanish.
That's fucked.
And yeah, exactly, literally. And then my grandma speaks mostly Spanish, but she was working on a lot of English. And then my mom's side grandfather basically never spoke English. So he was like really the only basically the only Spanish speaker outside of like my grandma, kind of. So we were mostly a white family, and it's not even like, I mean, I'm pasty white basically, so it's not like I got mistaken for Mexican and people were talking Spanish to me and I'm like, oh, I don't speak Spanish, sorry. It's just I grew up white in a white family with very little Hispanic influence in my life, even though I think I'm technically like 50% because my mom's whole side is Mexican. So
I mean, I was more like, because I feel like a lot of Mexicans that don't speak Spanish get dunked on for being like no sabo kids, which I think sucks. But hey, man, that's good on you for not having to deal with that shit.
Yeah. Well, you have to remember, my skin's not dark by any means. Like I am like the pastiest of my white people family. So put that into perspective. So like no one expects me to speak Spanish. They expect me to walk into Starbucks and fucking curse out the goth fucking blue-haired barista for getting my name spelled wrong and putting too much whipped cream on my drink. That's what they expect me to do. But no, I kind of side tangent because I started learning Spanish for my job because I work in a high Hispanic density popular area, so I've been learning a lot of Spanish for that. And mostly like phrases like what are you looking for, like do you need your receipt, very small phrases and like the names of certain parts because I work in an auto parts shop. So it's funny because I have a couple Hispanic coworkers that don't speak Spanish, right? So though the Spanish speaking folks will go up to them and then ask this, if they speak Spanish, or like just start talking to them in Spanish, right? And then they're like, oh, I don't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. And then that's when I walk over and like, it's still like kind of choppy Spanish, but like like ¿qué necesita, right? Or like, what are you looking for today?
Yeah.
And then like ¿qué la carro? Or modelo la troca, whatever, right? Start speaking in Spanish, and they're like, oh, and they're all taken aback because this white guy.
That's kind of funny.
This generic white guy walks up to them, looks like he just walked out of a fucking High School Musical movie. Speak perfect Spanish to him, or not perfect, but you get the point.
Yeah,
like a decent Spanish to him. So I always find that funny. It's always funny seeing their reaction.
You're mocking the other guys.
Literally. and these are like dark skinned Hispanics too. Like they look like they're fairly dark skinned. So it's not like they're like pasty Hispanics. No, they're like proper dark skinned Hispanics. You know what I mean?
What do you think your Pokemon ability would be?
Now I could just say something lame and just funny and to go slow start, right? But that's no fun. Everyone said that before. What would be a good one? What would be a good one? I don't know. Probably something like Anger Point. You know,
Yo, actually, that would go hard.
Anger Point.
That would go hard,
that,
dude.
that that would probably be it. Yeah.
Do you think you're more like your mom or your dad?
That's a really good fucking question. Hmm. Let me think about that for a second. I would say growing up, I think I was more like my dad, but like nowadays, I'm noticing myself doing a lot of stuff my mom does. Where it's like, cause like I guess a good example is like she's very at like not so much stingy, but very what's the word, particular, I guess, about her order, like when she orders stuff and like when she buys food or whatever, like she'll check the bag, or like when we get home, like we'll check the bags, and if we're missing like a drink, she'll literally call up the store, or like we're missing like a fucking fry, she'll call up the store and be like, like we're missing our food, and like now we're getting home, and it's by the time we get back and come home, it's already gonna be cold, blah 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 blah. She's like this will happen like every time something goes wrong with like her order or like something she buys, right? She'll make sure that it gets corrected, and she's very adamant on that. And I notice myself doing that a lot more too. So like being like when I like order something wrong, or like when I order something and they give me the wrong thing, I would like call them up and like, hey, this isn't my, I just got home and this is my order, blah blah blah, and they'll usually they'll end up refunding it because they fucked up, right? Or like but even in stuff with like Amazon, when Amazon's order stuff, like because for example, like I ordered a monitor earlier this week, and they were like it was supposed to drop off Sunday, but then they just didn't drop it off, and I got fucking pissed off, and I was about to call them, and I was like, well, there ain't shit they're gonna be able to do anyway, so I'm just gonna have to leave it. And I was all pissed off because I usually never get pissed off about stuff being late like that, right?
Mhm.
But now I'm like, oh, I paid $6.99 for shipping. What the fuck, you're right? What's the point?
Yeah.
So, but no, I noticed myself being more maybe confident's not the right word, but more
Strict.
what's the word? I guess, yeah, probably more strict in terms of like, other people doing their job. I guess because I work in more retail now, so like I imagine I do my job well, and when I see a lot of other people not do their jobs well, it pisses me off. Because it's like it's not that hard to do your fucking job right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. But I that's probably the best example. But other than that, I'd say it's probably an even split. I say a lot of stuff my dad does. I do things he does. Same thing with my mom. So I'd say pretty even split. But yeah, I'd say more so my dad earlier in my life, and then more like I do a lot more stuff my mom does later in life. So yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
Is there any aesthetic you admire? Punk, goth, street, forest, steampunk, brutalism?
I don't really like aesthetics that way. But dude, like steampunk and like apocalyptic, just like there's just such cool concepts to me.
Yeah.
Like especially since like if steampunk specifically, excuse me, steampunk, it's like it was such a relatively short time in like history, and it's like seeing it be like the forefront of like a society or like a civilization is like such a cool concept. Because it's like it's kind of the same thing as like sci-fi, where it's like floating technology or whatever, right, becomes like the center of like human civilization, right? But it's like a much more like down to earth version of that, I guess would be the best way to put it. Like something about steampunk specifically is just really cool to me. Like visually too, it's just gorgeous
sure,
in like
dude.
a weirdly, really like weird mechanical way. You know, not an apocalyptic is because apocalypse is cool.
Yeah, very simple but unique style. Okay.
Exactly.
What do you think you'd play as an asim killer and survivor?
Like my abilities and such.
I guess if you want to simplify it, like would you be rushdown? Would you be a trapper? Would you be like a hit and run?
Dude, dude, I would love to be like some sort of like map control killer. Like not
Okay.
kind of more like less singularity, more like skull merchant maybe. Where it's like you're not really defending a single area, but like the whole map is your playground. Where it's like you have a trap set up over here, and then it triggers, so you go and chase that guy, but then you see someone's running through here, so like you detect them, right, and you have perfect information on them. Meanwhile, someone's on another objective, this section of the map because you saw them run across earlier on your camera. Like just like overseeing the whole map and like using that making it's just such a cool concept. Or it's like
Yeah.
it's stuff like because I love playing like Skull Merchant for that reason. Just like so often you'll have information that like no other killer in the game can give you, and it's so fucking cool.
And how do you think you'd be as a survivor?
As a survivor, that's odd because a lot of ASIMs I play don't actually have classes like that. I mean, the only one is like Fight by Night.
Yeah, that's mostly what I'm thinking about.
God. Yeah, I'd say something like a fighter class where it's like timing based, like timing to like negate damage is really cool. But other than that, probably just a more information based class. Because I probably don't want to be like the forefront like chase character or like the defender character, but like I'd say more like information based. Whether it be like in Dead by Daylight terms having like information based perks, or like in Fight by Night terms maybe something more like security guard where you have like the cameras to like reveal the killer, and then you have like I don't know, maybe like a little trap that like like triggers whenever the killer gets near. Something to give you information that no other class can have. So like you're kind of like on in the know, you know what I mean? And then you use that to help your teammates, or you use it to like get a leg up on the killer. Like stuff like that is always so cool. Having more information than the other side is just like what's the word? Almost like a mastermind concept, I guess, might be the best way to put it.
Yeah, I think both concepts suits you. Do you have any job stories?
Job stories. Like are just like funny stories, or like fucking crazy like I can't believe that happened type stuff?
Anything that comes to mind or you want to share?
I mean, I came to work one day and there was a bullet hole in the glass. I mean, there's one. I don't know where it came from. Like, no one knows where it came from, but there was just a bullet hole in the glass one day. So there's that.
You live in Texas.
Yeah, there you go. I live in the South Side too, so you know how that goes. No, not really anything. I mean, the only thing I could really think of was there was one. Well, for context, there was a manager at my location. Let's call him Jake, right? Mm-hmm. So Jake. It's kind of a dick, right? Like in like a work dick, where he wasn't like just rude to you or anything, but it was like he was very stringent on the rules, right? And like the technicalities. It's like for context, one time I was in the back before my shift had started, and I was on my phone waiting for my shift to start, and then he comes back there and he's like, "What are you doing back here?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just staying out of the way so that way I can clock in when my shift starts." And he's like, "If you're here, you're clocked in, sir, and I get to work." Some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And it's stupid because we're both managers, so it's not like he has a authority over me. He's just fucking talking shit because he wants to. It's like what is your problem, dude? And then what's funny is that he'd always talk shit. He'd always have fucking issues, right? It's always something. Literally, the phrase "it's always something," right? And there was a time where I forget how it led up to it, but what had happened was he was talking with, as I came into work, and he was talking with the district manager and the loss prevention guy. So these are like high up people, right? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I forget what it was. Like I was talking to my coworker, was like, what's going on? They're like, oh, they're just talking to him about something, right? But no one knew what was going on. And he comes up to the front, he takes off his ID, puts it on the counter, and he walks out. And then eventually they call me back, and then they start talking to me. It was like, hey, how is Jake been? Has he given you any issues? Like how would you how would you describe him as a worker? Whatever, right? And I was like, I mean, he's fine. He's a bit stringent, if anything. I just never really liked the guy personally. And then he was like, and then they were like, okay, where's he right now? And I was like, oh, he walked out earlier, right? Or I think he left his key as well. Actually, thinking back to it now, and he was like, oh, he just walked out. And they were like, he wasn't supposed to leave. He was supposed to wait up front for us. And then later on, they were like, okay, you're all good to go. Like, did you see? I think one of the questions was like, did you see him? Like was money off when he was working? And I was like, that was kind of a weird question, right? Something like those. It was something along those lines. And I was like, no, not that I noticed. Though then again, I never really worked with the guy, right? Like, like working on the like closing shift or whatever. They're like, okay, well, thank you, just let us know if there's anything else. And then I was like, okay, thank you, and I head back up front. And later, I found out he was actually doing credit card scams or credit card fraud, where I think it was his friend would buy stuff from an AutoZone, and then he would return it at our location for cash. So like they would use stolen credit cards to buy stuff at an AutoZone, and they would return it at another AutoZone and override the payment for cash. So I was like, that's what you get, you fucking dickhead.
Damn.
And like, hey, you talk shit, you get for your fucking credit card scammer. So that just proved to me that, there's nothing wrong with me. Anyone who doesn't like me is a bad person. So
I don't know if we'd go that far, but
no, but yeah, it was just funny how that worked out. Where it was like he was fucking jumping my case about like following the rules and like doing work or whatever. When it turns out he's fucking doing credit card fraud in the fucking back, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I fucking thought, dickhead.
I just feel like if you're doing illegal stuff, you kind of gotta get along with everybody,
Literally, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
At the very least, give nobody like a reason to be on your case.
Literally, and like then again, if you're stupid enough to do credit card fraud, then you're stupid enough to, not get along with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've heard about the red versus blue button debate, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you stand on that?
This is a funny question. Because originally I did pick blue. But I'll tell you why. It's because I didn't understand the question. So I was like, oh, if 50% of people, if more than 50% of people pick blue, then everyone lives. I'm like, okay. Yes. So that must mean that if you don't pick blue and it's less than 50, and it is more than 50, then you die. So I click blue, not realizing that, wait, the fucking idiots don't realize you can just click red, right? Because it's like, what? And like that was the question where it's like, it literally is the sense of like just putting yourself in danger for no reason, And like it's funny that people are having all these discussions about it, where it's like, no, it's like blue means you're like morally superior and you're supposed to be helping out people that don't know better, and it's like, exactly, they don't know better. So like that's not a problem with the like there's no morality. It's a fundamental issue of like just saying the wrong thing. Like they fundamentally don't understand what's going on. It's like what? It's like some idiot standing under an anvil, right? Just blissfully unaware, and then someone else standing under the going like, oh no, he's under an anvil. I gotta fucking catch it before it falls. It's like, no, just tell the fucking idiot he's under an anvil. You know what I mean? Like what? It's fucking stupid, man. Like it's so funny seeing people like argue about it when it's like they're arguing about the wrong thing. Whereas like it's not a moral question. It's a y'all are just not telling people what they need to know question. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I'm a blue button enjoyer.
You're a blue button? Oh my god. What are you, a fucking liberal?
I saw somebody break it down like fairly simply, which is it strictly logistically, logically speaking, right? Pure logic. Picking the right button is the right answer, right? Like if everybody picks the red button, everybody lives. Like no two ways about it. But it's unrealistic to think that everybody would pick the red button, right? People are gonna die.
Doesn't matter.
People are gonna die.
People are gonna die regardless. This does not matter. You may as well pick red. Who the fuck cares?
Okay. Versus
that's the point.
The blue button, right? As long as like if you're trying to get everybody to pick the red button, 100% of people need to pick the red button for like everybody to live, right? Versus if only 50% of people like pick the blue button, everybody lives. So I think the question is testing whether people are like more individualistic or more what's the other word for it?
Selfish or selfless?
No, because I feel like when you throw in words like selfish or selfless, it becomes like a moral thing.
Oh, that's different. Because people associate selfishness with morality. That's different. Or people mostly associate it with it, but like you can be selfish and still, be on a moral high ground, right? And even then, I don't think it's innately a moral thing in the sense of like selfish versus selflessness, right? Because if selfless is moral, you always want to be selfless, and if people screw themselves over, and that's not a good thing, right? Or sometimes you do have to be selfish and take care of yourself, right? So that's the thing, you know what I mean?
The word that I was looking for was individualism versus collectivism.
Collectivism, okay. That I'd agree with more.
Which I don't think there's it's inherently wrong to be on either side. I feel like there are benefits from being an individualist, and there are benefits from being a collectivist.
Right. No, because
And mhm. I feel like what this
no,
is really asking is like, do you value individualism or do you value collective action?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a theoretical, fucking trolley situation. I think I don't know. Me personally, I always think back to that one Men in Black quote where it was like, people are smart, people are well, no, a person is smart, a person is logical, but people are rash, people are instinctual, right? Like an individual, yeah, the individual is probably smart and rational, but like when people get in a group, that's when like hysteria breaks out, because as soon as one person freaks out, then everyone else starts freaking out, right? So that's the thing. Now, that's what I always think back to a situation like that.
There's what the fuck, man. I'm always have these like words in my head that I can't come up with on the spot. But yeah, there's a lot of like when somebody has an idea, like they present it, even if confidently so, other people will follow without really like thinking it through.
Oh, blind. Oh god, I know what you're talking about. Blind loyalism or something, or like an echo chamber almost.
It's something like that. But also there is a point to be made that like there's a limit to the things that you can create on your own versus the like compared to the limit of things that you can create as a group, right? A group has a way more potential.
No, don't get me wrong. I mean that is objectively true. Like especially when it comes to like large projects, even in the sense of like running something, like being in control of stuff. You want other people to give their opinions, but the problem is you want other people with different opinions, right? Because that's how you really get good ideas. If you have people with different opinions that are willing to listen, then you have a basis to fine tune ideas, right? Because if you have people who share your ideas, share your interests, share your preferences, share your balanced decisions, I guess going in the design of like games or whatever, right? Then realistically, it's nothing is going to be done right? Because no one's going to challenge you on your ideas and go, hey, how can we do this better? Or hey, this isn't going to work because this option may be better because of X, Y, and Z, right? Because you want people with different opinions, different ideas, that sort of deal, in order to really make a good product, really make a good solution, right? So, but I think people focus too much on just have what's the word? Just have more people, just work together and you'll be able to figure it out. And it's like, okay, but if no one's disagreeing, then how does anything ever get better, That's just, kind of my take on it, where it's like, you have to get people that are willing to butt heads with you, I think is the best way to put it.
I don't trust groups where everybody's following one guy. It's like a little shady.
Yeah,
it's a cult. It's a cult.
Yeah. It's literally a cult. Literally a fucking, yeah, it's a cult. It's fucking stupid.
Right.
It gotta
what
be a
type of song do you most recommend?
Oh fuck, that's a good one. Like for like a cat, like someone getting into like Vocaloid, or I guess Utaloid, whatever it's called nowadays, or just like in general.
I think in general.
In general, probably Machine Love. I mean that's just like the title song at this day and age. In terms of like someone who's like really wanting to get into the nitty gritty of it. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a super deep fan of it. I still have like fairly shallow levels of music experience in terms of like certain songs I've listened to, but like a really good one that I'd say a really good one that like really uses like Vocaloid to its peak would be something like, God, I really can't think of a good one. There's one by, is it Jamie P I'm thinking of, where it was fucking using Adachi Ray. Where it was like, it's a very robotic sounding voice, like reminiscent of like the original styles of like Vocaloid and Utaloid, where it's very like not very like it's very noticeably non-human, but you can still make out like the words they're saying, and it's still like good in its own way. I need to look up what's it called? Fuck, what is it called? Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Dance Delightful. That's what it's called. Dance Delightful. And it's like they're no means by no means very like unpopular songs, but like I think they're like really, really well done. And I mean, you've got your obvious ones like Mesmerizer's just a good song because it's well made. You've got stuff like Bird Brain, you've got stuff, fucking God, what is the fucking Biku called? World Is Mine. You've got I forget what the one is with the fucking 1, 2 Miku Miku Beam. I forget what it's called. That song, I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but like there's a lot of good ones, but like I can't really recommend like a niche one that would be, you know, like, hey, this is like the real nitty gritty of what it's all about. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's like after you get a taste of it, like then you can recommend
exactly.
it.
Yeah, so I say Dance Delightful is a good introduction into more like not so much niche, but like less popular, you know, Vocaloids and such. So, but
I'm definitely gonna check out Machine Love after this because I've been hearing a bit more of Teto stuff, but not.
It's a really good song. It's a really good song.
How would you order your D&D stats from highest to lowest? Like dexterity, wisdom.
Luck would be at the max. Luck would be at the max. 100%.
Luck isn't a D&D. Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, it is.
Luck isn't a D&D set.
Yeah, you're
talking about
full of shit.
5e.
Let me check. Okay. I'm mistaken. No, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of Baldur's Gate. That's what it is. Cause that has a luck stat. Alright, it has a luck stat, right?
Which one?
No, I was gonna say Baldur's Gate 3 has a luck stat, right? Like a dedicated luck stat. It's not mixed with something else.
I don't think so.
Fuck, you know what? It's Fallout 4 I'm thinking of. Son of a bitch. God,
yeah, I knew it.
I can't believe it. I fucked up. Because I'm thinking of RPG and I'm like, oh, fucking Baldur's Gate.
You were coming at me hot, dog.
I know.
You were coming at me hot.
No, I swear to God, there is a luck stat in D&D, but fuck, it's not a core one is why. Fuck.
No, God, it's actually it's a feat called Lucky, which allows you to like re-roll.
Really? I thought are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's a dedicated. Oh, I guess maybe I'm wrong, so I was wrong about luck being a base stat, so maybe it's not.
Nah, I know D&D, alright? I know D&D.
No, sir, I played Baldur's Gate for 3 hours. I think I know what I'm talking about, D&D.
Man, fuck you, bro. Right. So you gotta order Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma.
I'd say probably Intelligence first, just because like that's, you know, that's probably what would be the highest. Other than that, maybe Charisma, Wisdom, maybe like Dex, Strength, Constitution. I'd say probably Intelligence is the highest, and then Dexterity at the weakest.
Dexterity? Yeah, I don't think as men we're very flexible. That's not where our stats go.
Yeah. If it was luck, if luck was a stat, that'd be fucking maxed out day one. But because D&D sucks, it doesn't have one.
Did you do good in school?
That's a funny question. No, dude. Did I tell you about the time I got a 3 in science? Like for 100? The year? Yes. Like the actual grade, like, or the grade in the class was a 3.
How the fuck did you just not show up to class?
I just didn't turn in the work.
Oh my god.
I just didn't turn it in.
It's kind of impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
I did like 8 tests and I did awful on it. I got a 3 for the class, and then eventually I just turned in a bunch. I finally did a bunch of work and it got up to like a 76, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, good enough."
Nice. That's passing.
Dude, barely.
If you lost your memories, who would you trust to tell you who you are?
Let me think. Who I was. Like in terms of like my life or who I am today?
Look, man, like you lost your memories and you're like, shit, who am I? Like, who would you come to?
Okay, like if I'm just like, okay, who am I? And like, oh, like what do I do? Then I'd probably go to like Charlie. Because they've been through, yeah. I feel like they have a stronger understanding of who I am today. Because I don't really talk with my family that much like that, honestly.
That's a lot of... I wonder what... Dude, oh my god, I wonder what Charlie would say.
We've been friends for almost like 7 years or something like that.
I mean, I guess, but like, I would probably use the opportunity to fuck with that person. I'm an evil man, dude. I hope she would be better than me.
I trust Charlie enough to like, if it was like a serious like, oh shit, he's actually got amnesia. I trust her to be like serious about it, you know. And of course, AB too, but like AB just I haven't been friends with AB as long as I have been with Charlie. So
yeah, Charlie's like the center point of the group.
Yeah, Charlie's the Horcrux of this fucking group.
Be MLK's dream. Oh my god. Out Charlie and the amnesia incident. Oh, dude. Did she ever tell you about that?
No.
Oh, you have to ask about that, bro. You have to ask
Mm-hmm.
about that. I can't say it here, but you have to ask about that. What is your current fixation?
Define fixation.
Because like you're obsessed with right now.
Subnautica. Subnautica 2 specifically. Or I guess Subnautica in general, because I've been playing 1 a lot too. Like, I fucking love Subnautica 2 right now. Holy shit. Like, it's in early access and I've already beaten the game, but I find myself like, because I've been trying to play Subnautica 1 and like finish it to like really get a feel of how good the second game is. And it's like, holy shit, so many times I've been playing Subnautica 1, I'm like, dude, I really wish I was playing Subnautica 2 right now.
Really?
So many times I've been like for like one of the big ones is like I'll be playing and I'll be like crafting I'll be wanting to craft something and I go to my fabricator to make it and I'm like, oh, I don't have the stuff in my inventory. I forget. In the first game, you can't pull stuff from your storage to craft, but you can in the second game. And I'm like, damn, I really wish I was playing Subnautica 2 right now.
That sounds
and
nice.
Then and I'll be like roaming around exploring and I have like no idea where the fuck to go. Because like there's no map in Subnautica, so you don't have no idea where you're going half the time outside of just remembering where stuff is. And I'm like, damn, I really wish I was playing Subnautica 2 because I can actually remember where stuff is, and it just feels more seamless in my opinion. It's like, but other than that, like I mean, fixation, because like fixations is like I don't really like stick on one specific thing, you know, and like turbo focus on that. I have a couple things like really like, because I mean. Like, I would say, like, Neptunia, but I haven't been playing the games. I haven't been, like, fucking watching the old anime or anything like that, So I don't want to say Neptunia, even though I really, really liked some of the characters. Like, Dead by Daylight, I'd say would probably be my best bet, but I haven't played it in almost 3 months. 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd say Subnautica would probably be the best option, because that's something I'm actively playing. But in terms of, like something that's, like, been like a big part of my life, I guess maybe would be a better question, would be stuff like Dead by Daylight and Neptunia, and of course stuff like Terraria, Paladins. So those are really the big ones. But like right now I'd say Subnautica 2 and Subnautica 1.
I think personally I know you most from like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that was, dude, I have fucking over 4,000 hours. Oh,
you have a lot of time with Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, and it's like I don't regret it, but it's like I could have used that 4,000 hours on something else. But it's like, I don't know. I have like over 1,000 hours. Dude, if I spent 4,000 hours doing anything else, I would be in a much better position in life. Like, if I spent 4,000 hours playing Overwatch, I probably would be pro right now. Swear to God. I'm so fucking serious.
What was you had a pretty high rank on Overwatch too, right?
I hit Grandmaster.
Yeah,
granted, that was when
honestly, I don't doubt it.
That was when Doomfist was fucking good for 2 weeks, right? But like, even still, I was a consistent Masters player.
Oh my god, dude.
So like so, but yeah, but and again, that's only with like maybe 1,500 hours, not even in comp. So like maybe like 900 hours in comp. So, but yeah, I don't. If I did anything else with that 4,000 hours, I'd be in a much better position in life. But can't take it back now, so I can't regret it.
I want to go back to Overwatch just because I want to do like one of their I don't know what they call it, but it's like the tournament thing where you like grab friends to do a tournament.
Yeah, dude, the second they added 3 hit scan characters back to back, I immediately killed all my fucking motivation to play that game.
Hey.
Like, dude, wow, I can't wait to play against a fucking guy with a gun, guy with a machine gun. Chick with a rifle, chick with a sniper rifle, chick with a submachine gun, guy with a 3-burst rifle, chick with a submachine gun with a railgun. Yeah, I can't wait to log into Overwatch, my hero-based shooter, and play fucking COD. That's my favorite.
You play Doomfist. What are you talking about?
Bro, like what? I can't wait to fucking go in and be like, oh, I died because that guy had a gun and I don't. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we do have Charlie as our healer, and she's surprisingly good at keeping us alive when we really shouldn't be sometimes.
But it's just uninteractive, Like I would swear to God, I would rather play against fucking like May Bastion than fucking any of the hit scans. Swear to God, like I would play goats I would play goats and double shield for months rather than play against like fucking mercy pocketed Ashe. Swear to God, because it's just so interactive. If you push her, she just code gushes you away. And then, like, if you get her low, she just fucking kills you, and then she gets healed by her fucking E-Pocket. And that's if you can even make it to her when your fucking Anna's playing fucking, you know, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, you know, fucking playing the mobile game on the side, and then she gets fucking 2-tapped by the fucking Mercy, or by the Mercy Pocket. You know what I mean? It's fucking, like, ugh. It's just, it's so interesting and unengaging.
We'll find another game to team up in.
Dude, I want to play Paladin so bad. But the game is dead.
Yeah, I was like, didn't they just kill it?
No, the servers are still up, but like no one plays it anymore.
Oh, that's rough.
That's it's like 20-minute queues, 10-minute queues. Hooray!
Okay, has anything recent happened in your life that you just want to talk about?
I was the third person to beat Locked Academy's max mode.
Yeah, I was like, that's impressive.
I wasn't the first, which fucking pisses me off. Like some dude beat it like the day of. I'm like, how the fuck do you manage that? But no, yeah, I mean, I was the third person to beat it. Let me think.
How many tries did that take, though?
Dude, it took me like 3 days. 3 days of like a couple hour session. So it's not like an insanely long time, but it was a fucking grind.
Yeah.
Let me think. No, I mean, recently, not really, but I mean, like last year, I moved into my own place, so I'm chilling here. I mean, I went to that DVD event for the 9th anniversary. You know, where they revealed Springtrap. I mean, not much other than that. Just been mostly just cruising along, chilling out. Nothing real big.
In your own place.
It's nice. It's very I don't know, very spacey. Cause my room is like twice the size of what it was back at my mom's place when I still lived with her. So it's like it's crazy having a lot of room now. And I don't know, I don't really have to worry about like waking people up at night.
That's nice.
If I end up staying late. But then again, I don't really, you know, game at all or really super loud at night anymore. So I guess it's cool, I guess. Just in case.
How do you think it's gonna be like when Charlie and Ibby move in?
It'll be interesting, because I think they stay up kind of late too. But, you know, I've been trying to get my sleep schedule back on track so I don't stay up till like 4 a.m. anymore, but that doesn't go so well.
I'm hearing a lot of it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's I mean, I just don't know. I don't know. I haven't lived with, you know, friends before, so who knows? Even then, I don't think they're not really staying permanently. They're mostly just staying until they go to college, or one of the if it goes to college. So like maybe a year.
Oh, that's not that long.
Yeah. So again, it's a year at the earliest, because I think they have to get accepted again next year. So yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens.
You'll get to meet Scotty. I love Scotty.
Dude, I already met Scotty. I went over to their place a while ago for I think like 2 years ago for Thanksgiving. Dude, Scotty was chill.
I love Scotty.
Dude, don't tell me I guess Ibby might be watching this, so never mind. I won't say it.
Wait, no, go for it. Go for it. I'll cut it.
I was gonna say.
You're the only one without like a VTube, like PNG tuber concept. What would you make as your PNG tube concept?
So I thought about this a couple times. There's okay, kind of side related, and then one like actually related would be like if I were to actually like make like a you know, not persona, but like a little animated character, it'd probably be, I was thinking like that Fredbear plush from FNAF 4, but whenever it would,
that would go hard.
Yeah, that, but like when it's not talking, it would be like blacked out eyes, or maybe like the regular eyes from the plushies, and then when it was talking, like the eyes would light up with like the white dots. Something like that might be cool. That's what I was thinking. And then like kind of semi-related would be I was thinking about getting like a commission done for the what's the word? The my Discord icon and like my icon on my social media and such, where it was that, do you know that rare FNAF 3 open death screen where it's like Springtrap opening the mouth of the suit and his head is poking out? This one.
Oh.
So I was thinking something like that, but instead of Afton in there, it's Kurome. So kind of like opening up the suit and it's her in there. That was something I was thinking.
One.
I've seen y'all talk. I heard y'all talking shit about the fucking commission issue, and I realized you didn't ask a question about it. I just realized. So I want to give my side of the story.
Okay, yeah, you can give your side of the story.
So, okay, listen. All right, so this is for fucking Charlie, who I know watches these, and I know was talking shit before. The reason I haven't told the guy to give me the refund is because I still want the fucking product. You know, I still want the icons. I still want it done, and that's actually what my profile picture is right now. This is one of the sketches for the icon pack I commissioned, or it was like custom icons for Dead by Daylight. For like the perks and such. But the reason I haven't told the guy to get a refund on it was I still want the icons, and I still want to.
Dude, you're not getting the fucking icon.
I know, but it's like I still have to hope. I still have to like maybe message him at some point.
Okay, is there really no other person who can do this for you?
I mean, I can, but this is like the main guy is the issue.
Nah, dude, you're not getting it from him. You're not getting it from him. Just
fuck.
Let's be realistic here.
I asked Charlie if she would, but she didn't. She said no. So it's her fault actually.
Just refund it and then use that money to like commission somebody else who does the star. So.
Yeah, but I have to wait another like 3 months, and I don't want to do that.
Okay, well, you're gonna wait eternity if you keep preying on this guy.
I'm gonna send him another email maybe. I'll be like, hey, it's been like a year. I'm gonna wait for the 1 year anniversary and be like, hey, wonder what's going on, man. Wait till we were 1 year anniversary, and it's like, hey, happy 1 year anniversary to you not fucking getting them to me.
Oh my god, please get a refund, my guy. I beg of thee.
It's not that big of a deal. It was like $100, so it's like I'm not super pressed about it because it's like, I mean, I'm okay with losing that money, so I'm not super pressed about losing it. Plus, I still kind of want the icons anyway, so you know. That there's that second layer of it.
Okay, that second layer doesn't make. You're not getting it. You're not gonna fucking get it.
You don't know that,
dude. I'd bet Wall Street money on this shit, bro.
Here, should I fucking make the email in the fucking call right now in the interview?
Oh, please do.
Do you want me to do that?
Please draft some shit up.
I'll draft it right now. Let me pull it up here.
Dude, we can bet something on this. Like, if you draft this shit up. And he doesn't message you, very like least message you like, oh sure, I'll get back
within a week. Well, the thing is, I don't even think I could charge back it on my card because it's been like 6 months. How do I compose one? Dude, I swear to God, I forgot to compose it. Okay, there you go. Wheat draws subject.
Slander him online. Slander him online. Google Docky.
What should I put here? Let's put
my shit, bro.
Where the fuck is my icon? Oh, here, I'll put let's go with good. I'll just put hey there, wheat. This is Shane. The person who commissioned. I fucked up that word so bad. Who commissioned the icon pack?
I think you should give him the choice. Be like, hey, look, man. Can you like either get back to working on it, or can I like receive my money back? Like, give him the choice, you know.
Hold on, let me actually check when I fucking started this commission. July.
Like he's either working on it or he's just like giving the money back that he hasn't earned, you know.
I want to reach out via email to ask about. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I'll just put the status of my commission. I guess I'll just put I've tried to contact you via Discord to no avail, and to ask if the icons were finished or if you would be unable to complete the commission and would refund the amount paid.
That looks great.
Hey, just leave it at that, because I was gonna put something extra where it's like I would still like the icons if possible, but yeah, I'll still put that. I think you should still put that.
Hugs and kisses. Shane.
Hugs and kisses. XOXO. All right, there we go. All right, it's sent, so fucking none of y'all can talk shit about me no more.
You know what?
Okay?
Good job, Shane. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Proud of you, dog.
There, fine. After fucking, hold on, let me check when the last message was. It was, I sent a last message in February of this year, and the last time he messaged me was in October of 2025. So.
Jesus, dude.
Listen, it's there. It's out there. It's done. So yeah.
Yeah, good job. Good
They
job.
just don't ask me about my other non-existent commission that I haven't gotten yet, because I'm currently one for 3.
What is with you, dog? What is with you?
One for two. In my defense, one of the people I commissioned came out to be a groomer, so there's not much choice about that. Yeah, I commissioned an item for the Calamity mod for Terraria back in like 2020, and then the fucking main developer of the mod got outed as like a piece of shit. So yeah, and then
about
apparently
that
the new
stat?
yeah, and the new owner of the mod just I don't know. I guess he's also being a fucking dickhead on Discord as well. So I don't think I'm ever getting that commission, but I did get one in the Thoria mod, so we got one.
Okay, that's something I guess.
So,
is there anything you'd like to say to Charlie or Ivy, who's probably watching this?
Yeah, stop fucking talking shit about the commission, because I did it, okay? The email's sent, so there's no fucking excuse for y'all to talk shit about me. All right, I did my part now. I did all I could.
You know, round of applause. Round of applause.
I'm still waiting for Charlie to accept a commission of mine, even though they, for some reason, adamantly refuse. So there's that.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you requesting porn or something?
No, I just want a fucking like icon, or like okay. So for the full context, I'm trying to get like, you know, character designs, like outfit designs for characters, but like it's just like I don't know, she doesn't want to draw for me, I guess, because she hates me.
Okay.
Yeah. For Ibby, I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going well, and yeah, I hope to talk to you. Talk to you soon.
You should. All right, thank you for coming on the podcast. Appreciate your time and time out of your day. Cause
glad to be here.
All right, now you have to tell me about the Brock stuff. Now that I'm not recording.
Okay. So.